In this video, we're going to be talking about the Sigma Delta ADC, which is an analog to digital converter that's used when there is a very noisy ADC. I will divide this video in two parts, since first we have to see some terminology in order to understand everything. So first, I'm going to explain what this ADC actually does. And in the next video, we're going to see how it does it. So on the first graph, we have something that's called quantization noise, which we get when converting from an analog to digital voltage. We have that since in analog means that we can have any voltage, for example 1.2 or 1 or 2 or anything in between. But when converting to digital, we only have a limited amount of values, so we can't reconstruct exactly the same signal. So that means that there will be some kind of error, usually it's small, but that kind of error is called quantization noise. So here the quantization noise is equal to Q divided by square root of 12, where Q is the resolution. The resolution just means the smallest possible value that can change in voltage. For example, if we have 0 voltage as the first value and the next is 0.25, then we can have 0.5 voltage. Then that means that the resolution here equals Q equals 0.25 voltages. And the reason this noise is contained within an interval from 0 to Fs divided by 2 is the Nyquist theorem. Fs means the sampling frequency, which means how many snapshots basically we take of the analog signal to reconstruct it into a digital one. So what the Nyquist-Shannon theorem says is that for us to be able to reconstruct clearly the signal, we need the sampling frequency to be at least twice multiplied by the maximum frequency that the signal has. So that means that with a certain Fs, we can have a max of Fs divided by 2 in our signal. So that is the reason that here you have Fs divided by 2. And here in the first example, we can see that we just have our sampling frequency, our ADC, and all of the noise is contained within our integral while we work. Now, since the quantization noise depends just on Q, which was the resolution, and we can change how it is, if it looks like here, or if it's a little bit longer, if we take a bigger Fs, which means if we take a bigger sampling frequency. What that does is basically it has the same area, so this area right here will be the same as this right here, but the advantage of this is that here we have a digital filter, and this means that only this red part will be allowed, okay? So it means that this other part right here will be blocked. But notice how here we have a big space that is not noisy, which means that this is a big advantage for us. So that is what the digital filter does, is it removes the unwanted part. But the decimator, after we work at a higher sampling rate here, as we said, which is right here, K multiplied by Fs divided by 2, then what it does, it returns to the original frequency that we're working right here. That way we don't have any other additional information that we don't need. So we've managed to successfully remove some noise and also return back to the original sampling frequency, and we're good to go now. But if we want to take it a step further, we can introduce something that's called noise shaping. So this is where the Sigma Delta converter comes. So it basically uses the same things as above. It oversamples, it uses the digital filter and decimation, but this time we also shape the noise in the following way right here that looks a little bit like a triangle. And what that does is, as you can see here, we additionally manage to remove another noise, which means that we managed to go from a very noisy signal to this right here, which has almost no noise. So now that you understand all the terminology, in the next video I'm gonna tell you exactly how it works component by component, so you have the full understanding of the Sigma Delta converter. I hope you liked this video and see you in the next one.